Why is it that so many brothers are losing? And it just never dawned on me that perhaps the reality is one of the reasons why a lot of brothers are losing is because they really have no understanding what manhood is really about. I mean, think about it. When you look at the television, you look at the media, you look at the culture, everything you see is upside down when it comes to masculinity and when it comes to the description of masculinity. We're living right now in an environment where misogyny is commonplace. I mean, if you just woke up out of a deep sleep and you walked into American culture today, you would think that being a man equated with being a woman. I mean, you really wouldn't know what masculinity was. You would be so confused because those are the mixed messages that the society is sending. And so, more to my point, when you think about the young black men today, if you were to talk to any young black men, they'll start rattling off all the cliches that they're used to rattling when guys my age confront them about their status and their future. They just say whatever they think we want to hear. But the reality is that we recognize that these brothers are lost. But they don't actually understand how lost they are. They don't even realize their current situation. They don't know why manhood matters. They don't even know what manhood is about. When you think about the young men today in our climate, most of them think manhood is about rapping. Most of them think manhood is about addictive sexual behavior where they're going out conquering foolish women, having one night stand after one night stand after one night stand, never growing up, living a perpetual life of adolescence, never taking personal responsibility for their actions, attitudes, and affections. The biggest thing that's missing from these young men's lives is not having an understanding of what manhood looks like. The biggest reason is because they have not been able to live with models that actually show them a complete picture of masculinity. And secondly, they haven't actually seen it lived out on a day-to-day basis. And so this is why we see what we see. Tattooed all the way up to their necks, tattooed all down their arms. They think that means something. Foolishness. Sleeping around with this girl, that girl, the other girl, having baby after baby after baby after baby. Learning all this foolishness. Some of these guys are becoming, I guess you can say, misogynists. They hate women. And they think that even means something. At the end of the day, they don't understand that our society is going down the toilet and is going fast because manhood is about cultivating. It's about cultivating. Anytime you put anything in the hand of a real man, I don't care what it is, raw material. Once you put it in the hands of a real man, he knows what to do with it. He can take anything. You can give me a woman and I'll cultivate that woman. And she won't be what she was when she met me. You can give me a child. That child won't be what he or she was when that child came into my sphere of influence. You can give me a job. You can give me anything. And I will cultivate that thing because that's what real men do. But what we're seeing is the total opposite. What's interesting to me is that you always hear women, especially talking about where all the good men. The downside is that if you would have asked them, what is a good man? They couldn't tell you. They'd give you a bunch of platitudes, possibly tell you some things about, a few religious things. I want him to be a man of God, whatever that means. They couldn't tell you. I'm looking for things like this when I talk about what a real man is. A real man is a man, irregardless of whether this relationship becomes a committed relationship that leads to long term. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is whatever a man puts his hands to, it's going to be better than it was when that man put his hands on it. See, but what we're seeing is the total opposite. A man will get into a relationship with a woman. Instead of making that